Welcome to KETO Snippets, which is what I believe I'm going to be calling this little version, where I take a full video, which is probably around 15-18 minutes, and cut it down into about 3 minutes. And this one, I'm going to talk about cutting carbs gradually, right? When you want to start keto, how do you want to do it? Do you want to do it cold turkey, or do you want to do it in a gradual step? Pick a, by the end of this month, or maybe in 2 months, 8 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever your time frame is. By the end of it, I want to be fully keto. Right now I have a lot of carbs. Let's find a way to get there. And that is something that I personally don't do generally. I'm a fan of cold turkey and just picking a day and just saying I'm going to figure it out. But there are benefits to this version, and I want to go through a couple of them, right? One of them is that you get to learn as you go, and this way you actually are more likely to avoid the keto flu and the sort of the low energy, and then you kind of get to see what you like, see what you don't like. And the best way, I believe, is to pick a recipe, a new keto recipe, probably every week, maybe 2 every week, and then you look at your meals and you replace them. So whatever you would usually have, you just replace it with a new keto recipe, and then through that process you will have more and more go-tos, and it will be a lot easier to come off of whatever diet or whatever kind of structure you were on, and in the long term you'll be less likely to bounce out of keto, because that is something that's a threat. It's not a threat, I don't know what the proper word, a danger when you go cold turkey, is that you're more likely to jump ship because you never kind of weaned yourself off. But with this one you do, and as long as you get there, then you got there, right? And that's all that matters. It's how it is for the long term. We don't really care how long it takes us to become keto, as long as we get there. And if that is our goal, of course, we can find ways to stay on this train. And can't talk about pros without talking about cons. The reason I think that going gradually is a con is because sometimes you fall off before you even get there, right? And sometimes it's in a good way, sometimes it's a bad way, but you never really know what you're fully capable of. And if you never get to ketosis, you never really understand how it makes you feel, and the full benefits, the energy that you get, the way that it takes some food off your mind, the way that you can go longer without thinking or wanting food, which helps you live your life a little bit better around food. It might break your connections if some of you have some less than ideal connections to food. I know I did back then. If some of you don't know, I did gain 60+ pounds twice in my 20s. So I do have some negative relationships to food that is constantly in my mind. And I just know that without going cold turkey and without jumping full ship into ketosis, I would have never understood that how good food makes you feel, right? If I never got there, I might have not been motivated to stay on track. And that's just something to keep in mind. If you are in a place where you lose a few pounds because you are a low carb diet but you never got fully there, you might start talking about it's better to be in a balanced diet, it's better to everything in moderation or whatever. And you never really went the full way, so you never really know what this feels like or the full benefits, like I just said. And it's just something to think about. There's no right or wrong answers here. It's whatever works for you. That's about it, right? I think there's a pro and a con and a tip. What's the tip? I think I already got it. I think that is it. Just real quick, so if you did want to go gradually, that's the tip, right? If you want to go gradually, you'll take a few things out, replace one meal or one day with a low carb day, and then every week you make it one more, and then eventually you'll replace every recipe with something, and you'll find yourself fully keto in a little bit longer, but it will still be fully beneficial. And just make sure you stick to it and try to reach ketosis and don't fall off before you get there. But that is it for this video. Hopefully it was a short one. Hopefully it helps you get some value. If you want to see the full one or the other 2 short ones, those will all be linked down below. And I don't do a full intro or outro on these shorter ones, so just thank you, and I will see you in the next video. What about you? Do you prefer gradual, or do you like the other 2, which is going cold turkey or replace, read and replace, seek and destroy? I don't know. But let me know down below.